So it's pretty simple to go ahead and look at the user login delays. Right now we're looking at a machine inspector. This is the fit consumption score, how much of the machine's been consuming in resources. And on the bottom of the screen, on the table, you're looking at the fit totals, the consumption totals. Let's go ahead and switch it over to a login delay under user experience for the graph. Again, these are machines. And you see the highest login delay being 64 seconds. Let's go ahead and switch the table to the user experience overview table, which is a grouping of metrics related to user experience. So on the top of the screen, you're looking at login delay, specifically a single metric for the machines. On the bottom, as you notice when you hover the tooltips, you're looking at user experience metrics for the machines. Let's go ahead and switch over to the user names so that we can have something a little more human readable than machine names nowadays. And we're going to be showing user names in a moment on the graph and on the table. So here's our user names and the login seconds for these users. Let's go ahead and equal our last view by sorting with the login seconds ascending. So now you'll see the highest login delay showing on the right-hand side of the screen, which we have right there. Let's go ahead and select that user so we can drill down to just that user's specific records over the last 7 days, which you can see in the top middle of the screen, the time range. Here is the single user now for the last 7 days of login seconds, from 91 seconds and down to 20 seconds. We can shrink the graph and just look at the table, focus on the colors, and if you hover, you see why those cells are colored in that login delay column. Let's go ahead and understand from this single user and these dates which machines this user might have been on each of those dates. So what you're looking at now is an average for all the machines that the user might have been on those days and those login points. Now, as we expand the column out and the individual machine names are shown, and we'll go ahead and sort by date to make it a little bit more clear to read, now you can see that that user's logged into multiple machines actually, and so those times for login are no longer averaged anymore. They're now broken out individually per the machine for the last 7 days. And if you continue to click on each machine, now you'll get a breakdown of the last 7 days. Be a little bit more granular as well versus the average for the 7. We'd break it out over the 7 individually. Let's go ahead and add the operating system version. Understand what operating system the user might be logging into on those individual machines. Now you see we have the operating system version as well. And I could even sort by login delay, see which machines have the largest login delay, and if those operating systems or machine names are in line and in tandem with each other, and they are. Let's go ahead and switch over to the log off, log on events, which will tell us how many times the user has logged in and out of those machines. We'll open up the graph at this point, and now you can see the user and the specific dates where the logins occurred and the time. Let's go ahead and move to the top of the data set. And at the top of the data set, you see all the other users that we were looking at before we drilled into the single user. Shrink the graph up here. And you can continue to look at their individual metrics or drill down as needed.